Okay, so I was watching something that was really interesting to me, and it came in reference of Cicely Tyson, which ironically enough, this interview with her that was done by Gayle King prior to her death, but this was only put on CBS's YouTube page 4 days ago. 4 days ago. And Cicely Tyson died, I think, 2 days ago. Now, what's in question is a man by the name of Paul Mann. I want you to remember that name. This man was an acting coach. He had a Paul Mann's acting studio somewhere on 57th Street back in the days. Did this business for over 30 years, all right? He taught Sidney Poitier. Well, Cicely Tyson, you will hear her depict how Mr. Mann tried to force himself on her. This man, Paul Mann, in 1984, had a judgment put against him. And the judgment was for $12,000, 12,000 measly dollars, meaning them in millions. $12,000 each one of the defendants did. Now this might shock you. There was 8 actresses, and collectively they were asking for $1.8 million from Paul Mann, and got reduced down to $12,000 apiece between 8 women. 70 at the time of the trial in 1984, and had a judgment put against him.
Shortly after that, she enrolled in an acting school run by Paul Mann, a well-known acting coach. She found herself alone with him after her first class, and she writes about a traumatic encounter.
He said, "Excuse me, Miss Tyson, I'd like to talk to you." So I turned around and came back, and before I knew it, he pulled me down.
And he was touching you and groping?
Yes. No, what he wanted me to do was something worse than that. I thought about the whole incident when I got home. And, I never shed a tear about that until this moment.
All these years later, it still affects you that way.
The whole thought that you could go out innocently to achieve something, and it turned out to be something so vulgar and coarse and demeaning to you as a young black woman. But I made up my mind then that I went there for a reason, and that reason had not changed.
People, let's say it for what it is. This whole thing on preying on women has been going on for a long time. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I've never seen it before. I've never heard the rumors before. I've never seen certain things myself. But what I will say is this: I ain't never seen a woman get raped. Now, I've seen women come to hotel rooms and things of that nature, but I ain't never seen them get raped. And if you are the type of person that likes to rape women, well, I say I hope the worst for you. I only not hope the worst for you, but I think you're one of the most despicable up there with child molesters that there are. R.I.P. Cicely Tyson. I'm sorry that you had to go through that, dog. One of the last ones. I grew up with Cicely Tyson. My mother used to watch her movies. And at that time, she had to be 60-something, probably. God bless her heart. I was a kid watching her movies, and I grew up with her from there. I always recognized her face. Always. Anytime I see a movie, they go Cicely Tyson, I know who she is. I didn't care. She's not from America, she's an island woman. But American, nevertheless. Salute to Cicely Tyson, 96 years old.